Hey guys, and welcome to your 2-Minute Money Manager. I'm your host, Stacey Johnson, and this answer is brought to you by MoneyTalksNews.com, serving up the best in personal finance news and advice since 1991. Today's question comes to us from Jill. Jill says, I currently own a home which has increased significantly in value since I purchased it back in 2011. I'm wondering if I should sell it and rent for a while or stay put. I'm worried the housing prices will fall again, thus losing the equity I currently have. Well, if Jill's retiring, downsizing, moving, in other words, if she needs to sell her house for other reasons, ain't nothing wrong with ringing the register right here. There's an old Wall Street saying that goes, you'll never go broke taking a profit. So if she suspects housing prices are topping and she needs to sell anyway, she should take the money and run. But I suspect what Jill's really asking is whether she should try to time the market. Buy low, sell high, then buy low again. This question takes me back, probably you too. I bought this house I'm sitting in right now in Fort Lauderdale in 2001 for $440,000. But now by 2008, it was worth more than $1 million. At the time, I had the same idea. Sell it, make a huge profit, then get back in when the market inevitably sells off. I didn't do that though. Why? Because I didn't want to leave the area. Moving's a major hassle. I've been unlikely to find a rental with the same amenities as my house, and I didn't think it would fall that much. As it turns out, however, I was wrong about that. By 2011, the value of my house was cut literally in half. More than $500,000 in unrealized profits had evaporated into thin air, gone up in smoke. And now, here we are again. My house is now recovered from the recession. Maybe Jill and I should both sell before the next downturn. What do you think? I mean, maybe you are in the same position. Maybe your house has gone up a whole bunch and you're thinking maybe you want to sell in case prices collapse. Well, here's the thing, guys. This is probably not a really good idea. Market timing is very, very difficult. Now, it's possible to profit from any asset that goes up and down in value, and it seems like an easy thing to do. I mean, all you got to do is buy low, sell high, then repeat, right? But whatever the market, stocks, real estate, whatever, timing is a lot tougher than it looks. Things to consider for real estate, for example. Number one, you may end up renting a place inferior to what you own, and unless your timing's right, you could be there for a really long time. Number two, what if you're wrong and housing prices keep going up? Then you left money on the table. Number three, what if prices never fall as you anticipate? You may not even be able to afford to buy the house you sold. You might not be in that rental forever. And number four, what if you pay more in rent than you're now paying for the house you own? Well, that expense is going to reduce any profit you'd ultimately make anyway. In short, timing the real estate or any other market involves risk. How about an alternate plan? This is a true story. When the housing market crashed back in 2009 and I watched my paper profits go up in smoke, I was understandably bummed, but I held on. Now my house is worth almost what it was at the top of that market. So I recovered my paper profit. But better yet, back in 2012, when prices were at their lowest, the house next door to me went up for sale. A friend and I went in together. We bought it for $360,000. We put about $100,000 into remodeling it. And then we turned it into a vacation rental. We collected a ton of rent over the next couple of years. Then we sold that house for $625,000. So while I didn't maximize my profits by literally selling the roof over my head, I did buy an additional property near the market bottom. I never had to move, and I made a tidy sum. And by the way, I did the same thing with stocks. I didn't sell all my stocks going into the market crash of 2019, and that hurt a ton. But I did buy a bunch more at the bottom, and now I'm a happy camper. And here, folks, is your lesson. Whether it's stocks or houses, unless you're exceptionally skillful or exceptionally lucky, timing the market is hard because you have to accurately predict both the top and the bottom. So what do? You never cash out entirely. You always keep some money in the game and you keep some on the sidelines. Then, when the poop hits the propeller, you jump in and you make some money. Bottom line, if you sit in the dugout, you're never going to score. But if you swing for the fence, you're often going to strike out. So what you do is you stay in the game and you get the occasional base hit. Over the long term, that's what's going to win. I hope that answers your question, Jill. And I hope I see you all right here next time.